Hello everyone, this is Brother Timothy Earl Hoskins from the Lord's House of Prayer in Jackson, Tennessee. Hope y'all are having a wonderful Sabbath today, and it's really nice here in Jackson, Tennessee. I think after this weekend it's going to cool off and get more like the fall. I think the temperatures are going to be like in the 80s and 70s next week, so that'll be a big break for the heat that we've had here. It really hadn't been too bad. Sometimes when the humidity gets up, it's kind of rough. But I want to thank everybody for their views and their comments on my videos. I hope it's placed a seed in you for you to read God's Word and study it and find out the truth for yourself, because that's all you can do. You got to know it for yourself. You got to know it in your heart. It's better to do that than it is to depend on somebody else to tell you what's going on. You need to know it and even apply it to things that are happening in our world today, and so that you're not ever deceived. And people that are really good speakers, that are very, very charismatic, can deceive you, and they can get you thinking in a way that's not right or is against God, when you really think that you're doing something for God or doing what you're supposed to do, when you're really not. So it's very important to stay in your prayers and read for yourself so that you know the truth. I want to begin again by asking everybody to continually pray for our country, for our leaders. We have an election coming up. Pray about that and what you should do. We want to pray for the nation of Israel, our men and women in the military, and we want to continually pray for all the violence that is happening in the United States. There was, I think, 3 or 4 people that were shot and killed in Washington State. Of course, we've had 2 or 3 police shootings, and we've had riots, and we need to keep all these people in our prayers. The families of the people that got shot, and the families of the police officers that are trying to do their job and getting put in terrible situations. And we need to ask God to work in this and work all this stuff out for us. Because you got one side that's blaming the police, and then you got another side that's blaming the people doing the rioting, and I think there's enough blame to go around for everybody. But we need to work on peaceful peaceful solutions to this, and not just violence, because that's not gonna help anything. It's just gonna make more people resentful. It's gonna make more people that are not even had anything to do with it, or their businesses are getting burnt down, their property is getting destroyed, and that's just not right. We need to go back to a peaceful solution to things, like Martin Luther King Jr. That's what he wanted, was peaceful solutions, and that's what we need to do today. What I'm going to do now I think I'm going to do this for the next 3 weeks. I want to read the Sermon on the Mount, and I'm going to read it from Matthew chapter 5, 6, and 7. And I'm going to read chapter 5 today, and then I'll do chapter 6 next week and chapter 7 the next week. But I just want you to hear what Christ himself said. And I think if we would learn to live like he laid out in this, that the world would definitely be a better place. We'd be able to get along with everybody better. And it don't mean we'd be friends with everybody or we'd like everybody, but we'd be able to get along better. So I'm gonna begin on that today, and again I'm gonna read. This is going to be the Sermon on the Mount, the first part, and it's going to be chapter 5 of Matthew. And seeing the multitudes, he went up into a mountain, and when he was set, his disciples came unto him. And he opened his mouth and taught them, saying, Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. Ye are the salt of the earth, and if the salt have lost his savour, wherewith shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing but to be cast out and to be trodden under foot of men. Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments, and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. For I say unto you, that except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees, ye shall in no case enter into the kingdom of heaven. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, Thou shalt not kill, and whosoever shall kill shall be in danger of the judgment. But I say unto you, that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment. And whosoever shall say to his brother, Raca, shall be in danger of the council. But whosoever shall say, Thou fool, shall be in danger of hellfire. Therefore, if thou bring thy gift to the altar, and there remembrance that thy brother hath aught against thee, leave there thy gift before the altar, and go thy way. First be reconciled to thy brother, and then come and offer thy gift. Agree with thine adversary quickly, whilst thou art in the way with him, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou be cast into prison. Verily I say unto thee, thou shalt by no means come out thence till thou hast paid the uttermost farthing. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, Thou shalt not commit adultery. But I say unto you, that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her hath committed adultery with her already in his heart. And if thy right eye offend thee, pluck it out, and cast it from thee. For it is profitable for thee that one of thy members should perish, and not that thy whole body should be cast into hell. And if thy right hand offend thee, cut it off, and cast it from thee. For it is profitable for thee that one of thy members should perish, and not that thy whole body should be cast into hell. It hath been said, Whosoever shall put away his wife, let him give her a writing of divorcement. But I say unto you, that whosoever shall put away his wife, saving for the cause of fornication, causeth her to commit adultery, and whosoever shall marry her, that is divorced, committeth adultery. Again, ye have heard that it hath been said by them of old time, Thou shalt not forswear thyself, but shalt perform unto the Lord thine oaths. But I say unto you, swear not at all, neither by heaven, for it is God's throne, nor by the earth, for it is his footstool, neither by Jerusalem, for it is the city of the great King. Neither shalt thou swear by thy head, because thou canst not make one hair white or black. And I don't have any hairs to do that with, so I guess. But let your communication be yea and yea, and nay and nay, for whatsoever is more than these cometh of evil. Ye have heard that it hath been said, An eye for an eye, and a tooth for a tooth. But I say unto you, that ye resist not evil, but whosoever shall smite thee on thy right cheek, turn to him the other also. And if any man will sue thee at the law, and take away thy coat, let him have thy cloak also. And whosoever shall compel thee to go a mile, go with him twain. Give to him that asketh thee, and from him that would borrow of thee, turn not thou away. Ye have heard that it hath been said, Thou shalt love thy neighbor, and hate thine enemy. But I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you. For ye may be, that ye may be the children of your Father which is in heaven. For he maketh his sun to rise on the evil and the good, and sendeth rain on the just and the unjust. For if ye love them which love you, what reward hath you? Do not even the publicans the same? And if you salute your brethren only, what do ye more than others? Do not even the publicans do? Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect. Okay, and that's in chapter 5 of Matthew of the Sermon on the Mount. That's just amazing, amazing words, great wisdom, great love. And if we could learn to live like he tells us to live there, the world would be so much of a better place. And when I read things like that, and I've mentioned this in other videos, the best way to handle stuff like that in relationships with people is to treat people better than you've been treated. Don't seek revenge or try to get back at somebody. If somebody did you wrong that you can't be around them or something, that's fine. Forgive them, but don't treat somebody else like you were treated. Treat them better than that. And then, as long as you're treating people better, then hopefully what will happen is that person will treat people better than you treated them, and so on and so on, and everything would get better. But if you only seek vengeance or try to get back at people for how bad you've been treated by treating other people bad, then it just gets worse and worse and worse. And I think that's a big problem with society today. People are always looking for an excuse or a reason or vengeance to take whatever's bothering them, whatever's in their life that's not right. They're taking it out on other people, and they're coming up with any reason to do it. But just follow God's words, and I encourage you to read this. And this is something good to read, every now and then. Just pick it up and read it. See what Jesus, Yeshua, the Messiah, said, and how he wanted us to treat people and how he wanted us to live. I think it's really important. I want to thank you for watching my video. And again, read, pray, read, and study. And that's really important in this day and time. Continually pray for me as I continually pray for you. And again, I thank everybody for their comments and their views and their prayers. And again, this is Brother Timothy Earl Hoskins from the Lord's House of Prayer in Jackson, Tennessee. Have a wonderful Sabbath, and God bless.